This is the world. Right now, it's being thwarted with conflict between two massive organisations, that of GDI and that of Nod. They fight over Tiberium, and over the next couple of months, they'll see some of the most bloodiest battles ever in human history. But all that's left is for us to choose who we command and for whom we conquer. Now, finally moving on to the Nod campaign, we meet our officer, Seth.
So, you're the new addition to the Brotherhood. Well, I'm Seth. Just Seth. From God to Cain to Seth. I am his right hand, and I have a task for you.
After GDI's cutback in funding from the UN, we are ready to begin the African campaign. To begin, we must put an end to a GDI supporter, Nkumba. Admittedly, this mission is ridiculously easy, even compared to GDI. You don't even have to worry about GDI's army, you can just rush ahead and kill Nkumba straight away. Although, since we are not, we do have a slightly different policy on civilians.
Mission accomplished.
Seth wants the GDI presence in Egypt removed.
For too many years, GDI forces have maintained a stranglehold on Egypt. It's fallen upon us to liberate these citizens crying out for a better way of life. If you are detected, you fail. If you fail, you die.
Now, this mission, I admit, it's simple, it's probably boring, and it's not even exciting as all the other missions, but I absolutely love it. It's one of the first missions that I replayed the hell out of when I first tried this on the N64. Launching troop after troop at GDI's base and against one another, it's really simple, but it's really fun, especially for early on in the campaign.
Yes.
Mission accomplished.
Many supporters and members have been imprisoned by GDI tyrants in Sudan.
Free them regardless of cost. Overwhelm the prison, but leave it standing. Cain is going to be pleased to hear how skillfully you've handled yourself. And a word from me to Cain goes a long way in the Brotherhood.
Mainstream media branded us terrorists.
Here, we get to see Nod's scouting unit, a attack bike. Their arm is pitiful, but in a group they can hit hard and move fast enough to avoid getting seriously damaged. Must also be careful of guard towers, they can easily mow down our boots on the ground. But for now, it's time to free our fellow brothers.
Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit lost. Ready. Building. Mission accomplished. Nod command directive.
GDI are helping support and evacuate a local village because of a recent Tiberium incident.
Destroy village and terminate GDI rescue operations. Search and destroy residual GDI presence.
I think missions like this really do help expand on Nod's villainy, because while the village doesn't have any importance to Nod, and to be fair, neither does the GDI base, all they're trying to do is protect civilians, it goes to show just how evil they are, that the fact that civilians who have nothing to do with them have to be slaughtered just because Seth and Cain has told us to. It really helps in the feeling of GDI being the good guys and Nod being the bad guys.
Mission accomplished.
An invasion to Algeria is underway. They need GDI's A-10 Warthog support taken out. For this, we must go to We go to Marana to remove their support. Thankfully, SAM sites do okay at times. It feels weird because sometimes they either don't hit their targets at all or they just confuse and pop in and out occasionally, but when they work, they work.
Unit lost. Unit
Yes,
lost.
moving out. Yes, morning. Got it.
Unit lost.
Yes.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Got it. Yes. Yes. Got it. Unit. No. Unit.
Unit
Yes.
lost. Unit
Yes. Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes.
mission accomplished.
Seth is starting to get a bit jealous and we need to start being cautious with him.
I was starting to trust you. But now Kane has asked for your services specifically.
In Nigeria, a nuclear detonator sits in a GDI base. If we can get a hold of it, we can use it to gain Nigeria and to gain Nod's nuclear arsenal.
And if you're lucky, I'll have a helicopter waiting for you.
This is a really tough mission with only a few troops available. However, we do not get access to the newest, coolest war crime in Nod's arsenal, flamethrowers. They burn any GDI troop almost instantly and can do really good damage against some vehicles and buildings. Unfortunately, they suffer from the same effects of, as soon as one fires, pretty much all of them will die instantly.
Unit lost.
We just about scrape by and are able to escape with the detonator.
Mission accomplished.
Well, there's no stopping you, is there? Now Kane wants you to destroy this village. There are some civilians there, but they're sick and dying, so you should be able to handle them quite easily. And don't worry about any GDI forces.
Unit
Intelligence tells me there are just a few scientists lurking about.
Seth tries to set us up for failure, but we do simply not fail.
Unit
Yes.
lost.
Got it.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes. Unit reporting. Yes, sir. Yes. Perfect. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir. Moving out. Perfect.
Mission accomplished.
Well done. You are truly becoming Kane's favorite. How would you like to ensure your place in the highest echelons of Nod?
In a move of jealousy, Seth moved all of our forces out of Africa and into America.
You've taken the liberty of dispatching your troops to the US. Kane has been loath to attack America, but I feel that it's time, and that you're the one to do it.
There's nothing we can do until we are saved by the man himself.
It should render their military center of operation.
Yes. Power shifts more quickly than some people think.
Kane.
I am Kane.
Our forces are still stuck across the Atlantic, so we are forced to take over a local GDI base and wipe them out using our own weapons.
Of weapons, and use them to wipe out the remaining GDI presence. Oh, and congratulations on your promotion.
I absolutely despise the start of this mission. Even though it can be really simple, even once you get through the enemies and get your helicopter and get engineers to capture the base south, because there's so many grenaders and APCs and everything surrounding you and Humvees, it feels like you can barely get a proper start until you just have to save Scummig constantly. The rest of the mission itself is pretty fun though, getting to use GDI's weapons against them. One thing that's a bit confusing though is that For whatever reason, there's also a nuclear detonator in this base, but it's non-objective and it doesn't give you any benefits like health or money like other crates.
Lost.
It's really confusing because it's never brought up, but hey, whatever's best for Nod, I guess.
Waiting to confirm it. Moving out. Acknowledged.
Mission accomplished.
Our African campaign is going well, but our Egyptian fortifications have been weakened by GDI attacks from the Nile. One of our bases is under fire, and I need you to reinforce and rebuild.
We go in to reinforce a base under fire with our new flame tanks. In armor, they are quite weak. They don't survive many encounters with other tanks, but they take out troops just like that, and buildings in a matter of seconds. I quite like this mission actually. We have a much better mission with the commander than we did in GDI 1, and with a few other troops, it's not nearly as bad as the other commander mission was in GDI's campaign. It's pretty cool.
Lost.
Waiting to
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
GDI building captured.
Reporting you. Got it.
Construction complete. Unit ready. GDI building captured. Cancelled. Mission accomplished.
One of GDI's Tiberian researchers, Dr. Longku Chan, is currently in Africa.
I suspect he is leading a research team in the process of developing a devastating new ion weapon. It is imperative that you locate this lab and terminate the good doctor before research is completed.
This mission is hard and probably the worst out of this entire campaign. It's mostly annoying just for the fact that most of the time you can barely even get a decent head start because they'll instantly go for your commando. But the issue is because you're constantly getting attacked from every side the second you start and try and kill the first soldier. So you have to constantly save every single second, otherwise you're going to be right back at the beginning. I don't like it, it's not good, and it's just no, this didn't need to be in a game.
Yes, moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mission accomplished.
One of Nod's new weapons, a stealth tank, is trying to be stolen by GDI.
I call it Ezekiel's wheel. Essentially, it's a stealth tank. Get it back.
Originally, I really didn't like this mission, especially on hard difficulty where it can just feel really unfair. But this time around, I actually really started to like it, and I think it's a perfect example of everything that's good about the first Command & Conquer. For example, one thing I really like about this game, which I think this mission shows, is that in a lot of the other games, I feel like it fails to capture just the scope of these battles. When it's base against base, it doesn't just feel like you have to throw enemies against defenses or overwhelm the base with one powerful unit. It feels like a great long siege. You can weaken them through their harvesters being destroyed with your attack bikes, you can find another way into a base that's not the front door of the defenses, knock out their powers, capture their resources. We have to actually try and be a bit more intelligent and careful. It feels like a great battle that goes on between two until the other is finally conquered. Not a lot of the other games in this series sells it for me in a way like this really does. Oh yeah, and the stealth tank is pretty cool as well. The entire thing is invisible, can shoot down orcas and helicopters. It's really cool. It doesn't have the greatest amount of armor, but in groups, they're probably just a bit better than attack bikes. But due to invisibility, they are much, much cooler.
Unit lost. Mission accomplished.
It's not starting to look good in Europe for Nod, as more and more land keeps on getting conquered by GDI. Forces start to get close to Sarajevo, and there's only one option left that might help stop them. Kane wants us to steal codes controlling the new experimental GDI weapon, the Iron Cannon.
Inside this communications satellite are the security codes that provide GDI access to this ultimate weapon. It is imperative that the Brotherhood secure these codes now. You must capture the center and retrieve the security codes from their databases. Be steadfast. Do not be deterred, no matter what the cost.
The mission is pretty easy, actually. Considering the fact that we already start off with 2 mammoth tanks and it's this easy, it's surprising, especially after the last couple of missions. We also get obelisks of light, and they easily hold off anything GDI throws us. Now, the codes are in our hands.
We have reached the end. The final piece to my puzzle is within your grasp.
The only thing that remains now is GDI headquarters in Africa. Kane has ordered us to replace it with a Temple of Nod and to take the land for ourselves.
2 GDI bases rest on ground I have chosen to be the cradle of my temple. Remove them in any way you can.
No mercy. Mercy is for the weak.
We start off taking off the South Island, wiping out GDI's base there and capturing their resources and helicopters. After getting the helicopters, we get our engineers and some troops to take over a GDI power station so we can start building our units there. It's up against 2 GDI bases, but at this point they can't even do anything against us. With Kane's nukes, we wipe out GDI's base. It only has one use, we were only going to need it once. And just like that, the campaign of Africa is at an end. With Kane's temple, we hack into GDI and launch their iron cannon at one of 4 landmarks.
The world. Where to strike? Where will the world most keenly feel the blade of GDI treachery? You have done much to aid the Brotherhood towards this final victory. The choice, my friend, is yours.
The canonical choice is the Brandenburg Gate, as we see the other locations in the future. While the strike worked and the Brandenburg Gate was destroyed along with a high number of casualties, it did nothing to stop the campaign in Europe. In a short but grueling and bloody couple of weeks, Kane himself would die in Sarajevo. His body was never found, whether turned to dust by the iron cannon or simply crushed under rubble. So you simply can't kill the Messiah. Overall, the Command & Conquer Tiberian Dawn remaster is nothing short of incredible. Despite the cheesiness and, I'll admit in some cases, the bad acting with the FMV cutscenes, it still immerses me and I love the story in this. It's simple, but it makes it work well for the game. It does suffer from not having what later games would have, but we can't really fault it on that. For such a small studio at the time, Westwood made something special. From the NES and SNES movie games to this, I mean, it's an incredible jump. They did also make a Covert Operations expansion pack a couple of months later, but I'm not really going to talk about that as there's no story to it, it's just more Command & Conquer essentially. And even adding some extra stuff like bonuses that include cut music tracks, behind the scenes footage never seen before.
And slated. GDI 1, C1, take 1. Action.
Are you picking this up? Good. I know you need more deep background, but we're up against it. Nod forces have fortified this beachhead at X-16 and Y-42. Intelligence is still coming in, so we can't tell you a lot, but we found a chink in their armor.
Artwork, it's really cool. Although we aren't done yet. As before this war, there was another, as the whole world would be put on red alert. But that's for next time. I am Tism Dillon, and thank you for watching.